All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel. Everybody say hello to Ren and Stimpy, Powder Toast Man, Log TV, and Choo Choo, and let's get started with today's video. All right, so I haven't done one of these in a while. It's time for a tag video response from LeftyEDC. It was and I think, oh shoot, I forget who tagged him. Fine. Anyway, somebody tagged him in it, and he turned around and tagged me, and it's called The 5 Knives That Make Me Smile. So, guys, we're going to start on this. I got to tell you, I went through my cases, and there are way more than 5 knives that make me smile. There are so many good stories behind so many of the knives in my collection, and so I've left some out because it's got to be 5, and I actually did 5 this time instead of cheating and doing 20 like I usually do. But I left out, you know, a few things, like I don't have a Devo knife in here, and that's weird because Kevin's the one that tagged me, and those definitely, like the Pony Stout, the story behind that with Kevin sending it for review, and then I give him a microburst and he gives me that. I mean, that one makes me smile for sure. There's a bunch in my collection that are like that. There's a knife that Trevor gave me. There's ones that my wife gave me. There's all kinds. So I could have done, Tori Casey gave me a bunch of, there's all kinds of really cool stories in there. So again, if you're like, why isn't that knife in there? I had to narrow it to 5. So I didn't put these in any kind of order, so I'm not sure how to go about this. So I don't think I'm going to do an order, but I'm going to start with this guy. Guys, if you guys don't know, I love Finch knives. And Spencer and Steve over there are amazing, amazing dudes. And to me, this knife will always be my favorite Finch, and it will always sort of personify Steve and Spencer. This is class and just looks like a friendly, you know, if a knife can look friendly, it just looks classy and friendly. This is the Finch 1929. Snappy as all get out. Great fit in my hand, even, you know, when you choke up, even better. Has this awesome looking blade. Has a sound that is incredibly unique. At the time it came out, there wasn't really anything looking like this, and there really still isn't a whole lot. Phenomenal knife. And these are guys, they burst onto the scene, and they just hit a home run. You know, pretty much the Runtley was first, and I think this might have been second. Just a home run. I have a bamboo one up there, but the KnivesFAST blue here on this one, this was a ghost green, and I dyed it. This KnivesFAST blue totally makes me smile. This thing is amazing. So we'll leave that right here. That is the Finch 1929. Let's see, what should I do next? All right, you guys know every Monday night is Blue Monday, KnivesFAST KF Live every Monday night, and I do a blue pocket check. And you know, Blade Show 2022, so a year ago, I was with Big Red EDC, and we went by the Artisan booth, and the first thing Big Red says is, "You're the blue guy, you have to have that knife." And so he talked me into this. So this one means a lot because it's blue, and because I picked it out with JB, and because it's become the kind of channel knife. Not every Monday, because I have plenty of other blue knives, but probably 2 Mondays a month, this is in the pocket. And it's holding up well. It has gone out of center a little bit. I need to fix that. But phenomenal. Oh, by the way, I didn't say what it is. This is the Artisan Orion. I don't know which. Orion, I think, is how you're supposed to say it. I always say it wrong, and it doesn't really matter to me. Wow, and except for the fact that it's completely out of focus. So just a phenomenal Cerberus design. Feels excellent in the hand. Thin, slicey, thin in the hand. Tall, though. Feels great, and it has this awesome look to it. So yeah, that one is definitely a knife that makes me smile. And while we're talking about Big Red, you guys know I've been doing this channel for almost, shoot, is it coming up on 8 years? 8 years. And, but for the first 5 years, I didn't, you know, first 5 years, I probably did like 80 videos total. And by the way, I looked, and as of last night, I went over 3,400 uploads. Ouch. But that's happening because you guys are consuming the content. So I'm going to keep it coming. But at some point, I started going, man, I just can't get this channel to grow. And I started kind of poking around, watching other channels. And one of those channels was Big Red EDC. And he introduced me to the community, to you guys. And so this knife makes me smile because shortly after that, this came out, the Orion Solaris. I had met David and had begun in the pass-around group and had begun, really coming into the community. And shortly after that, these came out, and Big Red EDC just gifted me one. And so this one means a lot. It won't leave the collection. Makes me smile because of David, makes me smile because of JB, makes me smile because of you guys, the community that I was introduced to about the same time this knife came in to the collection. So that is flipping cool. All right. So then the next one is a Jackwolf. And just like Kevin, this could have been pretty much anyone, but this particular, and I'm waiting for a slip for this one from Troy. I cannot wait, from Northwoods Leather. This has become the personification of Jackwolf knives to me. This has become the one that makes me smile the most and the one that's in the pocket the most. And that, can you guys guess what it is? Okay, fine. This is the Feelgood Jack. And I don't know what it is about this knife, but if you want to talk about smiling, something called Feelgood should make you smile for sure. And it definitely, definitely does. Thin, just great profile in the hand. An unassuming knife, if you will, but a beast of a cutter. This blade is ridiculous, just like the Midnight. I love it. You guys know. It's just one. A lot of his knives, but guys, more than anything, forget the knife for a second, is Ben. I met Ben 2 blade shows ago, so 2021. Interviewed him, was one of the first people to really interview him, and that video went bonkers. I think it's over 15,000 views, which for me is awesome. And kind of introduced the world. Man, I hate to take that credit. Other people did as well. But, it was kind of the first time people really got a good look at Jackwolf knives. And then the guy went through so much, man. I mean, he had prototypes, and it didn't end up working out with that company. He had to start over again, pushed it back, did all this, and he's just become a phenomenal, phenomenal friend. It's about the knife, but it's about Ben as well. So very, very cool. And again, there's so many circumstances like this. All right, so if I left this out, there are people, the 5th one, if I left this one out, there are people that would throw a rock at me. If you want to find a knife that says KC, who, that's me, and if you want to find a knife that is most kind of shows who I am and my interests, it's this one. If you want to have a knife that makes you smile, it's funny. It's a knife that makes me smile, even though it really didn't go the way I had planned for it to go. And it just, okay, show the knife, Casey, shut up. It's just awesome. This is the Tempest Knives Mach 51. So you're like, why would a knife that failed in Kickstarter make you smile? Because this personifies kind of me, okay? Ergonomically, this was designed to be a masterful ergonomic knife, and that's exactly what it is. This guy just melts into my hand. It's got my look of, speed to it, and it just is awesome. Someday this guy's coming back. It was ahead of its time, I think. It will come back in some form at some point. But if this can't make me smile, of all people, I don't know what could. Because this thing is just, and it also represents never quitting. It failed. I literally took like a week to decide, and then I doubled down. And obviously, you guys know, the result of that doubling down was the Pinion. If it wasn't for the Mach 51, there would probably not be a Pinion. And if you don't see the similarities, you're not paying attention. I mean, there's definitely, this is sort of the resurrection of this. and different blade shape. Yeah, I know. I just brought it into something more popular and more consumable, if you will. And that's why it makes me smile. It launched Tempest knives. Even though it didn't, it did. All right, so who am I going to tag? And I put this all the way at the end, so I hope these guys make it this far. So I'm gonna because I got 2 Big Red mentions here, I'm gonna tag Big Red EDC. If you're not following him, definitely go check him out. I'm gonna tag Zach's stuff, DSKFS, man. I mean, you know, you got to put Zach in there and something that makes you smile. So check out Zach's stuff. And then we're going to put Roll Shambo in there, just a young guy killing it with the review game, really having fun with what he's doing. So there you go, Roll Shambo. And then Bees Blades. Bees, the guy that pushed me over 10K, talk about making me smile. It came by, we had a good time talking at Blade Show. Great, great dude. And then a huge supporter of my channel, small channel, but really cool guy, Johnny, over at Bluminati Ninja. Check him out. I'll have them all down in the description. Those are the 5 we're tagging. So we got the Finch 1929, the Artisan Orion, the Orion Solaris, the Jack Wolf Knives Feelgood Jack, and the Tempest Knives Mach 51. That is the 5 knives that make me smile. But the reality is, guys, I mean, there's a billion knives sitting here, and they all make me smile in one way or the other, or I wouldn't be doing this. So anyway, hope this tag keeps rolling. Very cool, Kevin. Thank you for putting me in it. And there you guys. By the way, check out LeftyEDC. Not that you need my help to do that. So there's your video. Give me a thumbs up. Comment down below what are your 5. And guys, I thank you. Do all the things like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and thank you so much for watching the KnivesFAST channel.